Okay guys, so Uche has responded to the reunion via his Instagram today and he was taking questions. So let's go over what the fuck he had to say. So he said he was unable to attend the reunion due to being out of town on a business trip. Blah, 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 blah. He couldn't miss out on an incredible opportunity to record a TV show. He said, however, accountability is important to me. I watched the reunion and there are several things that I will be addressing soon. You will not be left without answers. I promise. Okay, well, hurry up because we're over it at this point. So they did ask him, Aaliyah wasn't your type. He says, I think Aaliyah is beautiful. Furthermore, I love black women, find black women attractive, and date black women. Sir, that was not the question. He goes on to say, I think it's much easier to find an excuse as to why your relationship didn't work out than to take accountability and address your own faults. Sympathy is the best way to win public favor. Are you low-key saying that our girl Aaliyah is looking for sympathy? Was that a dig, sir? He also said, I'll be discussing exactly what went wrong with the relationship between Aaliyah and I soon. And instead of placing blame, I will give perspective on what I believe we both could have done better. I can't believe this man said sympathy is the best way to win public favor. Like, I just know you didn't. Okay, here's where it gets juicy. They asked him, why did you text Milton? He literally said off camera, Milton is more open with his emotions. We had a video chat 3 days before the wedding where he expressed some serious concerns to me. The text was to congratulate him, but follow up on these concerns. This had nothing to do with Lydia. Milton and I may not have been close, but many of the guys came to me for advice and guidance, and I wanted to be there for him and check up on him after our discussion. He even shows receipts of the video call. Video call ended. It looks like they was on the phone for a long time, from 9 to 1. So like 4 hours. Looks like a 4-hour call. And then he shows the text that says, congratulations, want to chat about it. I am coming with the receipts. Milton, why you didn't mention this video chat on the reunion? It seemed like he was just hitting you up on your wedding day, willy-nilly out the blue, but you failed to mention this video chat. That's why I say the reunion would have went really different had Uche been there, because Milton wouldn't have had all this smoke. He wouldn't have been able to tell these little lies. Someone also asked, why did you keep reaching out to Milton, especially as he was not responding? And he said, the one text I posted today is the only text I've ever sent him after the wedding. It's also the only text he never responded to in the history of us knowing each other. So he's basically saying that Milton was responding to text messages. Again, reunion would have been different if Uche was there, because y'all wouldn't have been able to, peddle these little narratives. Somebody even said, why is no one on your side, bro? And he said, every time someone is on my side, it gets edited out. At the barbecue, Johnny was the only one to stand up for Aaliyah and confirm Lydia was divulging information about me against Aaliyah's wishes. At the reunion, Chris stepped in to say some words on my behalf since we're still friends. Selective editing helps control a narrative. I'm still friends with a lot of the cast. So, that little scene in the reunion when they're like, does anybody talk to Uche? And it was like crickets. Apparently Chris stepped in and said something and they just edited it out. That's actually fucked up. I asked him about his exchange with Miriam. He said, I'll be addressing this soon as well. My interaction with Miriam had nothing to do with the color of her skin, rather an exchange we had in the pods and information I received after that led me to believe she was at the barbecue for publicity and using my relationship to get screen time. I don't know if you guys have seen Miriam's interview with Jessie Woo. It's on YouTube, where she basically explains that her and Uche had a connection in the pods and she cut it off with him on day 5 because he snapped at her. She said that after Aaliyah came in crying, like she said, oh, I heard it's been like a rough day for you. And he basically was like, it's none of your business. And she was like, oh, this is not for me. And she cut things off with him. And then she went on to say that Uche had said, oh, well, if you want to tell me about any of your other connections, I can get information from you, from whoever you're seeing or whoever you have a strong connection with. And Miriam was like, no, it's okay. I'm good, and that he got mad. So she did say that Uche in the pods was meddling into people's business. And I don't know if you guys seen my video, because I might tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie, where I told you that Uche ruined Miriam's chances of getting engaged in the pods. Like, she actually had a connection with Connor, and then Uche went and told Connor that Miriam was looking for a sugar daddy, which ultimately like led to Connor like not proposing. Yeah, Miriam also confirmed that on her podcast, and I had told you guys that like way before the podcast. Yeah, so there was already some smoke between Miriam and Uche, which is why that barbecue seemed so personal. Also did like post a picture of like him and some of the cast. They said, who from the cast are you closest to? He says, left a few out because I don't even remember to take enough pictures. I don't know who these people are. Looks like maybe that's like Pod Squad, Chandra, JP for sure, Chris. I think this guy's name was Jared in the red shirt. So yeah, he basically posted this to like let it be known that he does still talk to people. And the reunion definitely tried to make it seem like nobody fucks with him. He hasn't said anything else, but if he posts any more answers and questions tomorrow, I will let you guys know. I'm pretty sure all these motherfuckers are going to be going on podcasts this week, so I'll do my best to watch them and recap them for you, because I got you and I love you. But yeah, what do you guys think about these answers that Uche had regarding the reunion? I think the Milton tea is like very interesting, that Milton tried to make it seem like, oh, he's just like obsessed with my relationship and he's just like meddling and he's just like texting and and I don't answer him and I ignore him, all to find out that y'all had a 3-4 hour video chat 3 days before your wedding, and then you're wondering why he asked you if you wanted to chat after your wedding. Like, I wonder what happened in that conversation. I want to know.